It's not too late to be who you are. It's not too late to be who you are. That is today's topic as we enter Capricorn season. We are wrapping up the first week. We are starting the next week in Capricorn season. Saturn is the ruling planet of Capricorn. Saturn is the time lord. And Saturn happens to be the ruler of my chart. And it's not too late to be who you are. That is one realization that I came across, that I was reminded of. And while it's not too late to be who you are, there are a couple things that one must know with regard to time and to fruition. Here's my interpretation. Being a person that is ruled by, has a chart ruler of Saturn. I'm a Capricorn rising. It will require time. There's a saying, life is 80% inspiration, 20% perspiration. You are meant to spend 80% of your life. I don't know if the right word is you're meant to, but with Saturn and Capricorn being about hard work and lessons, likely the Saturn area of your life, the Capricorn area of your life, is going to be focusing on the lessons that you need to learn this lifetime in order to become the wise individual based on the lessons you've learned. It will take 80% of your life to live so that you can apply those lessons using 20% effort. So the lessons come from living, and what you've learned, what you've mastered, you can apply taking only 20% effort. Well, heck, that's probably all you got left after trying 80% of your lifetime. Case in point. Now I have a great amount of life ahead of me, I like to believe. And when I chose to pivot into becoming my own astrologer, I looked at my chart, I examined my life, I examined my chart, and I will do this many times. I realized just recently, after looking at my birth chart again, to synthesize the meaning, that my lessons pertain to being of service to either a foreign community or in a spiritual way, to being of service in a spiritual way to the greater community. Here's how I synthesize that. I looked at where Saturn is. Saturn for me is in the 9th house. Saturn pertains to lessons. The 9th house pertains to astrology specifically. It pertains to teaching. It pertains to publishing. And that house for me is ruled by Virgo, which is being of service. My sun sign, the sun location, is in the 11th house, which is community, hopes, wishes, and dreams. And so my lesson is that's how I synthesize, that's how I interpreted what I saw. And by the way, hi, my name is Nubia with Beyond the Sun Consulting.me. I am an astrology coach and I am a writer. I use astrology to choose my writing career. So I've always been a writer, but now I do that formally. So it's not too late to be who you are. It's not too late to become who you are. It's not too late to be who you are. And when you realize that your soul pulls you to your interests, and you find out you're interested in that because your soul wanted to learn a lesson, it's a beautiful thing to look back on and to see how you were always in alignment. If you would like to make sure that you're in alignment, and I imagine that you probably will be if you're booking a consultation with me, but I invite you to book a consultation with me at beyondthesunconsulting.me. We can look at your map. I have the saying that we're not born with a manual for life, but each and every one of us was born with a map. And when you know that you have a map, you know the value of a map when you feel lost, or when you feel like you're turned around and you need direction and guidance, or simply for perspective. Where are you on this map of life in reference to where you want to be? Booking an astrology consultation with me will help you get that perspective. And if you need coaching, if it's a mutual fit, we can work together so that I can apply my proven plan, my proven framework to help you get from where you are to where you want to be using my GPS framework. It's not too late to become who you are. I have another note here that I want to make sure I get to. Life is about lessons. I want to say that you, the individual who wants help in a particular area, I am not better than you, and you are not less than anyone. And you are also an expert in your area. I just want to give that perspective, because as we have improved over time what we've learned and excelled, we have the ability to teach others what we've learned. And yet, there's someone that we learned from. So there are levels, but each level of proficiency does not mean better than or less than. So I just wanted to offer that reminder as well, that we all are in a space where we could use some help, some coaching, some clarity. We talk to a friend. For example, the toddler who knows how to tie their shoe can teach their peer how to tie their shoe, and they can learn from a different peer how to count to 100. Instead of by ones, they can count by fives. Do you see, like, each person's learning from a peer or learning from someone, older than them or younger than them. A third grader is not less than the eighth grader. The eighth grader simply knows multiplication, and they can teach the third grader how to add because they've mastered addition to get to multiplication. I just want to remind us that there are levels, and to give ourselves credit, to give ourselves permission to learn, to give ourselves permission to take the time that is necessary, to use the time wisely, to apply the time, and to get help along the way for the coaching. If you are a person that you feel you are a late bloomer, or it has taken you so long to get to where you want, or you finally understood, you finally now know what you want, and you feel it's too late for you to achieve what you want, book a consultation with me. Let's talk. Sorry for the noise. Book a consultation with me. If this has resonated with you, like this podcast episode, I'll come back to you next week where we talk about being our own authority. Thanks for listening, and I'll talk to you next time. This is Nubia with Beyond the Sun Consulting.